Coming up on the Suze Orman Show, 2 things that you can do to financially protect your loved ones. Also, Mark, tell Amy right now how you feel inside when you look at the $40,000 of debt.
It makes me feel a little sick to my stomach.
And you ask me, can I afford it?
I want to go on a 1-week yoga retreat. I haven't had a vacation in almost 3 years, was unemployed for about 7 months last year, and I just really need to distress.
So you're going to distress by getting yourself further into debt. Hi everybody, I'm Suze Orman and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. Let's talk tonight about protecting the ones you love, financially speaking. You do everything, you make all this money, and you're earning it, you put it in the bank, you try to save it, you invest it, retirement accounts, but you let the little things that are necessary just slip by just because you don't think anything could ever go wrong. You're never gonna get sick, you're never going to die before your time, nothing's gonna happen to you, so you don't have to plan for the what ifs. One of the biggest mistakes you can make when you are younger and you don't have assets to protect you in case of an unexpected death of somebody that you're financially dependent on is that you don't have the right type of life insurance, or you don't have any life insurance at all, or you don't have as much life insurance as you need. Sometimes you think, oh, all right, I'll get life insurance. I'll get $50,000. That'll take care of my spouse or my life partner for a year. They'll be okay. Think about it, people. The 2 of you, you're in a car, you're killed, she or he is injured, they can't work anymore. They're not going to be okay. You need to make sure that you have enough life insurance so that it can be invested and the proceeds from those investments can take care of your loved ones that are financially dependent on you for the rest of their lives if they need that to be. The only type of life insurance, in my opinion, you should have for that purpose is term life insurance. Get yourself either a 20-year or 30-year level term life insurance policy. And the way you figure out the death benefit is if your needs are $50,000 a year of income, let's just say that's true, then you multiply that by 20, that's $1 million. So you would get at least $1 million as a death benefit. That money invested at 5% should take care of your family. If you can't get 5%, get more insurance so that at 4% it would take care of that. Next, as you get older, now older means 50, 55, you have to look into it and think to myself, and especially if you are married to somebody who is a lot older than you have to look into long-term care insurance. Because as you get older, especially if you have an older spouse or life partner, if they end up in a nursing home and you don't have long-term care insurance, how are you going to pay for it? If the average expense in a nursing home is just, let's say, $8,000 a month, and you have to pay $8,000 a month, health insurance will not pay for it, by the way, $8,000 a month, and you have your expenses at home to take care of yourself, $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Do you have $13,000 a month to live on? Chances are you don't. So within your 50s, I advise you to look into long-term care insurance to make sure that as you get older, if that happens, you're okay. It's important to communicate with one another, to talk to each other, and to make sure that you protect one another, especially if you love each other, which brings us to our first guest tonight. Mark is coming to us from LA. He has a wife, Amy, and he is saying that his wife is totally out of control when it comes to credit card debt. She spends and she spends and she spends, and he is at his wit's end and he doesn't know what to do about it. Are you ready? Let's do it. Mark, tell everybody about it.
Hi, Suze. I got married 10 years ago. My wife is quite a bit younger than me, so I decided, because I worked for a women's center before, and I saw how women would get married, they would not get their own individual credit identity, and then when their husbands died, they'd have nothing. They would have no identity, they couldn't establish credit. So I decided I'd help my wife establish her own credit. So I did that, and over a period of years, she's spent more and more and more, and I'm worried because I'm worried about my retirement, her retirement. She hasn't put away anything for retirement other than Social Security. I'm worried that that perhaps we might lose our house because she's like $40,000 in debt now, and I don't know really what could happen. Am I responsible for her debt? Is she, I don't really understand how it works.
Well, let's answer that one. What do you think? Do you think you're responsible?
Well, I'm not sure because she has her own separate credit identity, and I have my own separate credit identity. So I would tend to think that I'm not, but California is a community property state, so it's possible that I am.
Yeah, so not only is it possible that you are, you absolutely are. So every time your wife goes and charges that credit card, you will be responsible for it. Now, my producers tell me that one of the ways that Amy wants to deal with this $40,000 of credit card debt, actually, she has in her name like $33,000 or $34,000 of credit card debt. You took $6,000 of her credit card debt and put it in your name.
Actually, I put 10, but she's paid it down.
All right, so but she's paying all the bills, but it is in your name. So
yes.
We have $40,000, but her name is also on your home, correct?
Yes.
Right. Your home is almost totally paid for, correct?
Yes.
So Amy's idea of dealing with this debt was possibly, let's just claim bankruptcy. She was thinking, if I claim bankruptcy, all the debt goes away, but it doesn't work that way. Because first of all, you both make too much money for you to claim bankruptcy where it's all discharged. But if she owes money, she claims she's on the house, they're going to come after the house. They're just not going to let you keep an asset and all this money so that she can walk away from almost $40,000 of credit card debt that she rang up for things that she wanted. That's not how the system works. So you guys are stuck right now for this $40,000 of debt. Why is it, Mark, that you think she won't listen to your pleas to stop spending?
I wish I knew. She listens to you, that's why I'm coming on the show.
Right. Amy, if you're watching this show tonight and you are seeing this really strong, vibrant, handsome man, by the way, looking at you, what he appears with the smile on his face, his demeanor, how he's holding himself is not how he feels inside. Mark, tell Amy right now how you feel inside when you look at the $40,000 of debt, when you realize that you're responsible for it. How does it make you physically feel?
Amy, it makes me feel concerned. It makes me feel a little sick to my stomach. It makes me feel concerned about our future, and especially your future.
So this is a serious problem. And it's a problem that Amy is not going to change unless you help her. As I've looked through everything, on some level, you are an enabler that allows...
I agree with that.
All right. Why do you continue to enable her? What is your fear?
Well, I've kind of stopped enabling her because, like that loan that I told you about that I took out in her name, that was the last time I did that. But I had done that on several occasions before that, but she always paid it off.
But
so I'm just trying to stop her from drifting further downward if I can.
And what is your plan of how are you going to do that? I know, come on the Suze Orman show so that Amy can hear it from me, right?
That's part of it, yes.
You know, we invited her on the show, but she told our producers she doesn't want to come. However, you know what else she told our producers? She said,
no.
I'm better with money than Mark thinks I am. What do you think about that?
Well, I think she thinks she's better with money than I think she is, and she does some things right, but I look at the big picture, not little by little.
Mark, I need you to be a really strong man and a truthfully loving husband that loves by saying no to her versus yes out of fear that if you don't give to her, there may be some ramification back on you with the relationship. And so it is now at a point where if you got injured, something happened to you, Amy is in trouble. Number one, you don't really have any life insurance on you.
No.
No. You die tomorrow in a car crash. It happens, Mark. You get sick. You end up in the hospital and you can't work anymore, and then you end up dying. Amy is left with absolutely nothing.
Well, I thought the house would cover that.
How much is the house worth?
Like $250?
$250. She sells the houses. She can sell the house. In California, houses aren't necessarily selling. So she sells the house. She gets $250,000. How long will that last her? 2 years?
Hopefully a long time.
With her spending habits, with her freedom to be able to go and charge this and this and that, it's not going to last her at all. If she takes the $250,000 and she invests it, even at 5%, if you can get 5%, that's going to give her, good luck, a few $100s a month to live on. Now, you even have a retirement plan. You said to our producers that you are thinking about taking the retirement option that upon your death, she absolutely gets nothing. Did you not say that?
Well, I said that was one option. I didn't say whether I was going to take it or not. The other option is she keeps getting paid until she dies. That's
right. Which one were you thinking you would like to take?
Well, I'd like to take the one where she keeps getting paid, but that, that means I'll make a lot. See, the thing is, if I take that one, I'm going to make a lot less in my retirement. If we're going to live on less money when I retire, we have to get the spending under control. Otherwise, we won't be able to make it.
We have problems here. And the problems are going to result in Amy having a miserable life because the solution that you have to these problems is to not spend money on insurance, not spend money on taking a lesser retirement option so that you have more money to pay her bills while you're alive without looking at the consequences of what's going to happen later on in life in the same way that she is not looking at the consequences. Amy, I am talking to you right now if you're watching. You, young lady, need to grow up. I am sorry, you are 31 years of age acting like a 14-year-old. Have you lost your mind? You continue to charge and charge and charge. You haven't looked into the future. If something happens to Mark, you aren't going to have anything, and I am telling you, anything for you to live on past a year or two. And what are you going to do? Simply because you want to go out and continue to spend, thinking you should just claim it in bankruptcy? Amy, it is unethical, it is not honest, and you have got to change your ways. Mark, this is what I want you to do. Here is how I want you to change your behavior. You currently get about $2,000 or $3,000 a year back every year as a tax refund. And you split that tax refund with yourself and with Amy. Amy, I'm sure, takes the money and goes spends it on something that she doesn't need. I want you to do the following. I want you to increase your exemptions so that you get $250 more per month in your paycheck or whatever your tax refund would be. I want to make sure that you're now getting that every single month. I want you to take that money and I want you to put it directly into your retirement account, your 401k plan that you currently have. I want you also to increase the amount of money. Currently, you're only putting $500 a month into your retirement account.
Correct.
I want you to put the tax refund into the retirement account, and I want you to increase what you're putting into your retirement account above and beyond that by another $300 or $400 a month, and I want you to be strapped every single month for money. I do, but I want it in a retirement account because what you see is what you get. If it's not there, Amy is not going to spend it. That's number one. Number two, you have to protect her. You have got to get for yourself at least $1 million 20-year term life insurance policy. Now, you're 53, so that might be too expensive. So you need to get a 10-year level term policy for the next 10 years of at least $1 million. So if God forbid you die, Amy gets $1 million, she invests it, there's $40,000 or $50,000 a year of income for her to live on. Hopefully she can get by on that. You need to stop enabling your wife. You need to not take vacations with her until you are totally out of credit card debt. You need to not join her or any of her spending sprees. You need to cut out the eating out, the this and the that, and you need to start acting like the responsible financial man that really cares about your family and looks at them and says, I am not participating in your absolutely ridiculous behavior, Amy, anymore. I love you and I'm going to stand by you, but I am not going to contribute to you helping us commit financial suicide. And that's exactly what Amy is doing. Will you do it?
I will.
So there's enough money now for you that no matter what, you could live the rest of your life from this day forward. If you took a home equity line of credit, you took a plus loan, any of that. Is that true?
Yes.
Say it with power. Make me believe you, girlfriend. And later, in wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
I really want to buy a one-week trip to Paris so I can just shop, shop, shop.
You are 18 years of age.
Yes.
And you are obsessed with couture shopping already.
There's certain things I find expensive, and like couture, I kind of don't. So.
Whatever. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Rhonda in California.
Hi, Susie.
Hey, girlfriend, let's go for it.
It's great to talk to you.
Thank you.
I'm a single parent paying for my daughter's education, and I need about $50,000 to finance her last year. Her financial aid has steadily gone down, so I'm thinking of either a private loan or take the money from my home equity line of credit. I also have mutual funds, a Roth, a 401k to tap into. I can't stop now and the end is in sight, but I really don't know what to do.
Rhonda, I just have to ask this question. If God forbid you weren't able to work anymore, in an accident, something happened, would you be okay financially speaking?
Yes.
You would be. So there's enough money now for you that no matter what, you could live the rest of your life from this day forward. If you took a home equity line of credit, you took a plus loan, any of that. Is that true?
Yes.
You say it with power. Make me believe you, girlfriend.
Knowing having watched my dad's last end of life, I'm not sure and how expensive that was.
You're not quite sure, but you think so. Here's the thing. You can take out a home equity line of credit, but if God forbid anything happens to you and you can't pay it, there goes your house. If you really want to get her through her last year and you really feel you need to do that, do not take out a private loan. You should apply for a plus loan. A plus loan is at about 7.9% interest right now. It's not based on income or anything like that. As long as you're not in default of anything, no bankruptcy, everything's good. Just apply for a plus loan. You'll get the $50,000. You'll pay it off, and you'll continue to make monthly payments on it. But hopefully, if you take a loan out for $50,000 and she goes through school, single mother who isn't quite sure if she has enough to last her forever, even though she said she kind of was, why don't you just ask if she can make the payments back to you once she gets a job and she's making more money or making money that she pays you back for what you did for her. Margaret in Florida.
Hi, Susie.
Give it to me, girlfriend.
My husband found out after we got married that his ex-wife maxed out 2 credit cards that had his name on them.
Yeah.
The accounts were closed because she was way over the limit and late on payments. We were receiving calls from the credit card companies, but they've stopped a bit since she's been paying them. I'm concerned that if something happened to my husband, would they come after me? Would I be liable for her debt?
No, you are not liable for her debt. Here's the key when it comes to an account. You know, you have to be very careful. Many times you owe money on an account, like a credit card, and you close the account. It means nothing. The account is still active as long as you still owe money on that account. She could call up, she could open it up again, anything. So to truthfully close an account, the entire amount of money that's on the account that's been charged has to be paid off. Then the account gets closed and destroyed and nothing happens. Because this is his ex-wife, most likely it happened after the divorce or whatever it is. Can they come back on you? No, they cannot. However, there's always a however with Suze Orman. Here's the problem. Your husband dies and he has money in his name or whatever it is, and he has an estate. Now, those creditors can come after his estate to get the money that he owes from him, even though he's no longer alive. Can they come after your separate money? No. But can they come after the money that's just his before it passes to you? Oh, you betcha they can. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
We want to buy a privacy fence to be installed around our new property that's adjacent to our home.
You're 35 years of age and you have only $10,000 in retirement. Also,
I really want to buy a one-week trip to Paris so I can just shop, shop, shop.
what is $5,100 of credit card debt? What did you buy?
A Rolex.
And your mother let you do this?
My mom actually supported me doing the Rolex purchase. She thought it was she thought it was an investment.
What do you want to buy?
1 week yoga retreat.
Privacy fence.
2-week European honeymoon.
Yes, you want to buy something? I bet you do. But can you afford it? This is the Can I Afford It segment where I tell you if you can afford it or not. You tell me what it is you want to buy. I ask you a few questions, and then I will either approve or deny you, and you better listen to me. Got it? Let's go for it. Marty, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thank you so much for having me on the segment.
Anytime, Marty. What's up?
I got married 10 days ago, and my new husband and I would really like to go on a 2-week European honeymoon next winter.
And so $6,500 to go to Vienna, to go to Paris. Not a bad time to go overseas with the exchange rate.
And it's ballroom season in Vienna, and I love ballroom dancing.
Oh, you do? Are you good at it?
Oh, I think so.
You think so? Do you watch Dancing with the Stars?
When I can.
Me too, me too. Anyway, show me the money.
Okay. Let's see. Our combined income after deductions is $6,400.
Yeah.
And we spend about $4,089 a month.
Yeah.
I bought a home a year ago that's our home. It's got a 15-year fixed mortgage, and we owe $161,000. One car has a car loan that's $13,500, and I have about $55,000 in liquid savings, $35K in investments, and $165K in retirement accounts. We'll probably pay for it with liquid savings.
Liquid savings. So all of a sudden, my liquid savings is going to go down to somewhere about $40-some-odd thousand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe just under 50.
You're 58 years of age.
Yes,
you are
I am.
very close to that retirement when retirement starts to become a reality.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is also our first marriage for both of us.
Oh, my God. And so, therefore, this would be your very first honeymoon, but you're really close to retirement. So are you ready for this?
I am.
I know. All right. You have been approved. And the reason that you are approved is twofold. What people are not seeing, because I want them to understand why I approved you, because I'm going to get emails about this, is that you both have fixed pensions that are going to start and are going to come in. And it does not matter if you don't have anything in retirement, truthfully, if you don't have much there, because your pensions from both of your situations that are going to come in bring you far above and beyond what you need for your expenses. So all of this other money is just extra for you because you're going to actually be able to save from your pensions, let alone your retirement account. So girlfriend, you go have a great time on your first honeymoon at the age of 58. Off to a good start. Sarah, what do you want to buy?
Hi, we want to buy a privacy fence to be installed around our new property that's adjacent to our home.
Oh, because people can see in?
Yeah, they can see in, and there's wild dogs and everything.
And so is it a safety factor?
Yeah, safety is definitely part of it.
Part of it. And would you feel more secure if you had this fence up?
I would.
You would. All right, girlfriend, show me the money.
Okay. Our take-home is $6,534 a month combined.
Yes.
We have $4,552 in expenses.
Yes.
We have a $268,000 30-year fixed mortgage.
Yeah.
And we have a $64,000 liquid savings and $10,000 in retirement.
And how do you plan to pay for this?
Out of our savings.
Which then would bring you down to approximately $54,000, right?
Yes.
You're 35 years of age and you have only $10,000 in retirement?
Yes, I had to withdraw a few years ago. I had to take it out due to some medical issues.
All right, so here's the thing. $9,500 for a privacy fence with $10,000 in retirement, you're approved.
Oh, good.
Now let me tell you why I'm approving you. Financially speaking, I should deny you. And the reason that I should deny you is you have 2 cars. And you have 2 cars that nobody's seen, but remember, I know more about everybody than all of the people at home get to see. Otherwise, this would be a 10-hour Can I Afford It segment. And those cars have 140,000 miles on them each, correct?
They do, yes.
And eventually, you're going to need new cars here. But you said something that was very important. It would make you feel more secure, and it would make you feel safe. And in my opinion, there is nothing more important in life than you feeling safe in your own home, and sometimes a fence can do that. So people first, then money. Girlfriend, you are approved. Bridget, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Bridget.
I want to go on a 1-week yoga retreat. I haven't had a vacation in almost 3 years, was unemployed for about 7 months last year, and I just really need to distress.
So you're going to distress by getting yourself further into debt if you have any debt. Sorry, we'll see what you got. I got it. Are you good at yoga?
Well, I'm middle level.
Middle level. All right, listen. I think anybody who does yoga, Pilates, those things, hats off to them because you're taking care of your body. Girlfriend, show me the money.
Great. I take home $5,048 a month.
Yes.
I have expenses of $2,262 a month and pay $1,725 a month in rent.
Yes.
I have no debt. I have $145,000 in liquid savings, $7,000 in investments, and $169,000 in my retirement.
Approved. Namaste. Whatever it is, you can afford it. You have the money. You can go on vacation and know that you actually can pay for what you're doing so you don't have to be stressed about it when you come home. I hope you have a great time. Barbara, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I really want to buy a 1-week trip to Paris so I can just shop.
So you can shop. You simply want to go to Paris to spend $10,000 and shop?
Yes, like buy couture.
By couture. This is a dream of yours.
Yes, I'm obsessed with fashion and clothes, and that's what I want. And I'd rather do it in Paris than here.
You most certainly, but you do know that there can be an exchange difference with the euro and with everything else, and it's actually more expensive to buy it there than here. Do you know that?
Yes, but there's also the VAT refund, so that kind of balances it out.
Are you positive about that?
Yes.
You are. Uh-huh. Show me the money.
Okay, Susie, my monthly income is about $700.
Wait 1 second. I just want everybody to see this because I'm like, what does that mean, 700? You are 18 years of age.
Yes.
And you are obsessed with couture shopping already.
Yes.
Are you worried about that?
Not really, because I just I rather work for it and then just buy it, there's certain things I find expensive and couture I kind of don't. So.
Whatever, go on. $700 a month take home. Go on, you're going to have to work for over a year and a half to do this, but that's besides the point. Go on, keep going.
My monthly expenses is $318 a month.
Yes.
I have $5,000 and then $100 in credit card debt.
Wait, I just have to ask, for what? You are 18 years of age. What is $5,100 of credit card debt? What did you buy?
A Rolex.
How much was the Rolex?
It was $8,000 and $100.
You are 18 years of age and you are wearing an $8,000 watch. Who gave you the other $3,000 to get an $8,000 watch at the age of 18?
Well, I actually had some savings, so I gave it as a down payment. for the watch. And then the rest, I put it on the credit card, and I financed it at 0%.
And your mother let you do this?
My mom actually supported me doing the Rolex purchase. She thought it was she thought it was an investment.
She thought buying a Rolex is an investment?
Yeah, because you get that's the best watch to get a return on.
Ah, yes, that's true. Okay. Go on.
Okay, and I have $2,400 in liquid savings, which is kind of my emergency fund.
Yeah.
And I have $8,500 in investments.
How are you going to pay for this $10,000 trip?
Well, I want to take the trip in the spring because it's low season.
Yes.
So I actually have a lot of time to save more, and then there's the holidays, and everything that I pay after I pay my monthly expenses goes into my fund, my emergency
but
fund.
truthfully, Barbara, for you to pay for this, I'm going to treat you as an adult now.
Okay.
You have an adult watch on. You have an adult taste, right? For $10,000, for you to go to Paris, even if it's to the spring, whatever, you're going to have to use the majority of your money that you have saved, are you not, to go, right?
Yes, but of course my first priority is to pay my watch, because I don't want to it's we did it under my mom's credit, so I don't want to screw up her credit or anything else. But my first priority is to pay off the watch, and then everything else, Susie, I put into my expense, my savings.
All right, Barbara, wait. I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen to me closely. You are denied.
Why?
Oh, because even though your mother doesn't have enough sense to be able to say to you, these are not things that an 18-year-old should be doing. You have college. You have college expenses. I don't care if your mother is going to pay for that or not. I don't even know about that. But just looking at your finances as your finances, you cannot if you go to Paris and this watch, that is $15,000 that you have spent on things that are absolutely unnecessary. A Rolex watch is not an investment. It is a waste of time, money, effort, and somebody, if they don't set you straight now, you're going to be one of these beautiful women, I'm sure, that are $100,000 in debt. You have a closet full of this. You don't have the money to do so. You're not making enough. You don't have enough. You're in credit card debt. You are denied. Oi! Want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com. And you will find the information that you need to know there to come and play with me right here. A Rolex watch? Are you kidding me? Up next, Debbie wants to know,
Susie, how are we doing? I've been watching your How Am I Doing segments this season, and I got a little scared.
making you nervous. Welcome back, everybody, to the How Am I Doing segment. You know, we work and we work and we work and we make money. And we save that money, we plan, we put it away, all so that one day, whatever your goal may happen to be, you can retire, you can buy a car, whatever it is. But are you doing it the right way? Do you want to know how am I doing? Well, I got news. I will tell you. But right now, Debbie wants to know, Susie, how am I doing?
Hi, Susie. My husband and I have been married 23 years. I'm 57 and he's 72. We're a very active couple and we've traveled extensively. We've been there and done that. And now we want to enjoy our lives at home. I'd like to know if I'll be okay retiring early in 3 years when I'm 60. Susie, how are we doing?
Debbie.
Hi, Susie.
Hey, Debbie, I can't wait to talk to you. I've done so many numbers on you. I have a whole thing of numbers just for you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm about to put your life out there for you and give you a grade. But before I grade you, I always like to know, on a scale from A to F, what grade would you give yourself in terms of, can Debbie, you afford to retire in just 3 years at the age of 60?
Susie, I would give myself a B because I have definitely planned on retiring at 60, but I've been watching your How Am I Doing segments this season, and I got a little scared.
Making you nervous. So if any of you can relate to what Debbie's saying and you're a little nervous and you want to know how am I doing, you can join us right here. It's not that hard. Let's show everybody your numbers, and then I will give you a grade. Girlfriend, between you and Barney, your income is $4,600 approximately a month, with expenses again of approximately $2,600 a month. That's great. You have $612,000 in a retirement account, $75,000 in emergency funds, $176,000 in investments, $150,000 for your home in terms of your home value, and no consumer debt, no mortgage debt. So you have a $1 million net worth. All right, if I was to give you a grade, it would be, are you ready?
Yes.
I don't give these often. But I gave you an A.
Thank you.
Oh, but let me tell you how it breaks down, sweetheart. I gave you an A+ on your FICO scores because they are way up there. I actually gave you an A+ on your savings. In comparison to your expenses and what you have going, girlfriend, you are doing great. You own your house outright, you got an A+ there. You don't have any debt, gave you an A+ there. Insurance, however, I gave you a D, and I will tell you why in a second. On your estate planning, I gave you a C because, Debbie, you don't have a trust. You have a will, but you don't have a trust. Let me talk to you about those two things for a second. Why did I give you a D on insurance? Listen, Barney is 72 years of age. He is older than you by about 15 years. You know that there's a chance that as Barney gets older, he's 72, he's 84, he's getting older, there's a chance that he might have to go into a nursing home. Things happen like that. You don't have long-term care insurance. Now, it's expensive to get long-term care insurance on Barney when he's this old. It could be thousands of dollars a year. In fact, I did some estimates for you, and between you and Barney, if you both got a good long-term care insurance policy right now, it could run you like $1,000 a month.
Yikes.
Yikes. And that's almost 50% of what your current monthly expenses are. So we don't have Barney covered in case something happens, and here's the danger. You have all this money, everything's going great. Barney ends up in a nursing home to the tune of $5,000, $7,000 a month. You still have your $2,000 a month expenses at home. Now, we don't have $10,000 a month. There goes all the money. Do you understand? So we've made a mistake there. However possible, we can rectify it. Just sit here with me for a second. You don't have a living trust. Again, big mistake because Barney is older. All of a sudden, Barney's incapacitated. You want to sell the house. Can you sell the house that you currently have? No, because it takes both of your signatures, and if Barney cannot sign for it, you can't sell it. If you had a living revocable trust with an incapacity clause in it, no matter what happened, you could sign for each other. That's the way to go. Next, let's break it down in terms of income. Listen, at the age of 60, you have a choice of taking different pensions from the place that you're currently working. Now, I know you were thinking about taking the pension that gave you about $3,700 a month. But upon your death, Barney would get nothing. Now, you can't do that. Now, I know in your mind you are thinking, Susie, Barney's older. Barney's going to die before I do. Stuff happens, Debbie. I know many people whose husband were a lot older than they were. They died, and the husband is still alive. You can't do that to Barney because Barney won't have enough money because he doesn't have long-term care insurance to take care of himself. Did you see those pictures of the two of you? You love each other. So you have to take care of him in death as well as life. So you need to take the 100% joint and survivor benefit, which would be $3,440 a month for you. It's a $300 a month reduction. Who cares? If Barney dies before you, you pop back up to $3,700. You have more than enough money. Who cares about the $300? You shouldn't care. So At age 60, between Barney's taking money out, his Social Security and everything, you're going to have close to $5,200 a month of income. Your expenses are only $2,600. You're doing great there. You have money, not to worry. If Barney dies before you will assume his Social Security because you only get $772 a month of Social Security. Barney gets $1,455 a month. So with his Social Security, your increased pension, because you've popped up to $3,700, you still have $5,193 of income coming in, but you haven't touched a penny yet of any of your retirement plans. So you're able to live on just your pensions alone, no matter what happens, no matter who dies first, while your retirement accounts get to build and build and build to hopefully take care of any expense if one of you ends up in a nursing home. Should you look into long-term care insurance to take care of you later on in life when you're still this young? And we're just going to have to hope that there's enough money for Barney. But overall, you did great, girlfriend.
My parents owe $75,000.
What does that tell you about your parents? What's the interest rate on that credit card?
Oh, it's insane.
Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. It's time for a last call. I have to tell you, I love this one. This is where Jackson thinks his parents are acting insane with their money, and he wants to know, can it affect him? Take a listen. Jackson in California, you are on the Suze Orman Show.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
Fabulous. Jackson, what's up?
Well, I was wondering, I'm listed on my parents' no-limit credit card as an additional card holder. And it's only for me to use for emergencies.
Yep.
But the balance is at about $75,000.
Meaning that the credit limit is at $75,000 or that your parents owe $75,000 on that card?
My parents owe $75,000.
What does that tell you about your parents? No, seriously, Jackson, what's the interest rate? You're 19, right?
Yes.
My producers just said that to me in my ear. Jackson, what does that say to you about your parents? What's the interest rate on that credit card?
Oh, it's insane.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't agree, but...
Do you think your parents are insane?
A little bit.
A little bit. I knew, I knew you wanted to say that, but it's like, I can't say that. It's like, it's insane that they have $75,000 of credit card debt at an insane interest rate. All right, so you're worried that their financial behavior is going to affect your FICO score, correct?
Right.
Guess what? You're right. It can. Get your name off of their cards and get it off now. All righty now, that brings us to the end of tonight's show. But until next week, there's only one thing that I want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it's this. Come on, say it with me. You can do it. People first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe.